Hey guys, we have another product spotlight for today. It's a piece of audio gear from Deity, the BP-TRX. Over the course of a few years, Deity has really established itself as a company offering very unique and innovative solutions for the needs of both independent content creators like me and medium to large-scale production houses. Just the whole gamut of products, from onboard mics, lavalier, shotguns, transmitters, and receivers. And as always, for full disclosure, this video is not sponsored, but the company does regularly send me pre-production units of their products before they hit the market. The best thing about the company is that they actually listen to feedback sent their way. That out of the way, I present to you the new Deity BP-TRX. It's several devices in one. It's a transmitter, receiver, recorder, timecode generator, USB interface, among other things. Very neat. If you're familiar with the HDTX, which is absolutely one of my favorite pieces of gear from Deity, this is also a transmitter, a receiver, and a recorder. I'm actually recording on the HDTX right now. For what I do, weddings and events, I usually run a signal out from the soundboard of the venues I'm filming at into the HDTX and record that signal. And then I use this same recorder as a transmitter and pair that to the Duo RX, and this is connected to my camera. Now, the BP-TRX is a fantastic solution for the cases when you are not allowed or have no access to a place of worship soundboard or mixer. Of course, the obvious solution, the lazy solution, is to mic the venue speaker. But because of a host of reasons, including reverb from the venue, hum or hiss from the speakers, and of course, crowd noise, I only use that method as the very last of the last resorts. The lastest resort. It's so far down from my preferred audio capture methods that it would take a monumental up of other recording methods for me to use audio from a speaker. I know it takes a bit more time to prepare and set up, but my solution is just to mic up the main participants of the ceremony, including judge, priest, or pastor, and the groom. In my last wedding, I filmed in a church where soundboard access was disallowed. It was the perfect time to use the BP-TRX. We asked politely, and the priest allowed us to mic him up. I was thankful he did, because I would have absolutely gone crazy if I was forced to use the audio off the speaker recording. The reverb was so bad that even people in actual attendance had trouble hearing what was being spoken.
Is to be able to love as God loves us. That is all our goals.
Of course, wireless lavalier systems are not a new thing. They've been around for decades. What sets this piece of gear apart is its ability to record on the device itself while transmitting. You can settle for the transmitted audio signal recorded onto your camera via the receiver. But even better, get the recording straight off the lavalier mic on the micro SD card of the BP-TRX and bypass altogether the transmission step and the just okay preamps of your camera to get the cleanest possible recording.
Because that is the highest form of love we can aspire for. The greatest love we can all give is to be able to love as God loves us. That is all our goals in every love that we give.
There's something to be said about redundancy, and that's perhaps one of the greatest rules to follow when recording audio for non-repeatable filming scenarios. If you can double or triple your backup, the less room for disaster. As per usual Deity standards, the construction is all metal and can definitely take a beating. It features an internal battery, which is really one of my favorite things about it. No more AAs or AAAs. It can be recharged via USB-C cable. That is also provided. 21-hour battery life as a transmitter and 12 hours as a receiver. That's more than enough juice. There's quite a number of ways to configure the use of the BP-TRX. For the wedding that I mentioned, I actually paired a BP-TRX and the HDTX as transmitters and paired them to this receiver, the Duo RX. Both the BP and the HD were recording on their respective micro SD cards while simultaneously transmitting a signal to the Duo RX, which was connected to a camera. You can pair two of these to have a more traditional receiver-transmitter setup, or just use one by itself as a recorder. In an interview setting, imagine the peace of mind you get from getting a recording on both the transmitter and off the receiver. That peace of mind is immeasurable. It wasn't the sharpest, but I love the extra stops in low light situations. However, this one, even at 2.8, is super sharp. By the way, like I mentioned at the start, it's also a timecode generator, but I didn't have the chance to test that out, but it's worth noting. And lastly, like the HDTX, it can also be used as a USB interface. One final note. I understand that because of patent issues in the United States, if you purchase the BP-TRX there, you get a unit which cannot record and transmit at the same time. It's either or. So if you live there, what you can do is purchase a unit outside the US and have it shipped to your address, or as I was told by Deity HQ in Singapore, watch out for an important announcement regarding that issue in the very near future. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.